Hi everyone, Mitch from sportschatplace.com and picksandparlays.net, and it is Wednesday, February 27th, 2019, here with your free live show. Of course, we're live 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Looking to bounce back from yesterday. What a lousy day that was all the way around. I had a bunch of games that went to overtime. I hit none of them. Man, it just stunk. Days like that are going to happen. The only people that don't have days like that are the liars, and there's plenty of them out there. But of course, we just keep it real here at Sports Chat Place. Not going to worry about those guys. But of course, we're going to do at least 3 free picks every single day. Our best bets always over at picksandparlays.net, sportschatexperts.com. And even though I had a bad day yesterday, this is someone always red hot over at picksandparlays.net. So, and sportschatexperts.com. So hopefully you guys are off to a great morning. You know, we've had awesome days before. We've had bad days before. Just the nature of the beast. We don't kick ourselves too badly on the bad days. I kind of beat myself up, I admit it, but we certainly don't pat ourselves on the back too much on the good ones. So just it's going to happen. I mean, if you do as many free picks, as many shows that we do, you know, give out as many picks as we do throughout the year. Good days, bad days, it's all going to happen. It's all part of it. One of the things that I wanted to go over real quickly. I'm just one of the few handicappers that can admit it. You know, when I've had a bad day, or you know, I know a lot of guys. So one of the things I wanted to go over real quick is I noticed the bigger the groups get, the more spammers that we get. And we had some guy in there yesterday. He posted a couple tickets from college football season or something, with him holding some money, and then all of a sudden, all these people are just like, "Oh man, what are you treating him like he's a god or something." And I don't think anybody that picks games should ever be treated like a god, and especially someone that just shows up and says, "I've been doing this for 12 years or whatever, but we've never heard of this guy and we don't have any kind of documented record." So, I mean, maybe I'm doing something wrong. I'm not 100% sure, but if that's what it takes for people to believe that, you know, you're doing things right or whatever, then I'm doing things wrong, because certainly not the way I believe. I mean, here's my regular wallet. And, I mean, no one uses cash anymore, right? So, I mean, this is whatever I have left in my wallet from the last time I went to Vegas. So you can see I got tons of hundreds in here also. It's not that I, won this last night or anything like that. It's just, I never use my cash, right? Because nobody does, right? Nobody uses cash anymore. But I have that, I don't understand what that means. But anyways, we do at least 2 picks. I have a watch. See, look, I have a Rolex, right? You guys have been watching me for 10 years. I don't think I've ever, had to show you guys anything like this before. But I think after yesterday, whatever, there. Who cares, right? Not what we're all about. But I didn't understand it. And I think that's what gets me. Yeah, but the thing is, it's like I might have that watch, but the watch that I enjoy wearing more is this, my surfing watch. See how it's got it's the Aloha version. You could see it's only available in Hawaii with the green strap. It's a Nixon. I have that. I also have this watch. I've got an Apple Watch. I've got one of these too. All kinds of shit. But it's like, I didn't think that you guys seeing that was what you really wanted, was really what it is. I thought like a documented record of all of our picks, and our record was more, if you want to put your, picks out there, the place to do that is in our Facebook group. So, but I don't know. I just didn't understand what happened yesterday. And it was like, someone posted it in our Picks and Parlays group is where it happened. And I just didn't even understand why like all these people became fascinated because this guy made this claim. And all these people are like, all these people like jumped on board like this guy was, you know, just because he said this, that it was true. I don't know. We have the rules for a reason, and it's to protect against scumbags like that. But anyways, we do at least 3 free picks on this show. Our best bets over at sportschatexperts.com and sportschatplace.com, premium plus. I don't have a pinky ring, but I have a ring around my neck. It's Cartier. And here, now I do. It's on my pinky. You see it? There it is. How stupid is that? I don't even get it. Anyways, if you're watching us on live, or if you're not watching us live, if you're watching us live or you're watching the replay, if you could hit the thumbs up, greatly appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, it's like, I've been betting since 96. It's like, you guys just believe it, man. Like, that this guy is going to provide magic answers. And it's not just this one guy yesterday. It just seems to be all the time. You know, we don't claim to win them all. We have because we document our record. You know, you can see every pick that every one of our handicappers have ever made here. So we don't have to make these, Justin Baldwin, the reason why you're seeing low numbers is because you're watching us on this channel. We're on 7 channels right now. So, like, if you look at our YouTube channels, the numbers are much bigger. But anyways, we do at least 3 free picks every single day. Our best bets over at sportschatexperts.com and sportschatplace.com, premium plus. Since we switched to all these multiple channels, I got to say the time just flies on this show. So we're going to get to a free pick right out of the gate here. Oh, man, I'm looking at the wrong day. I put up March 27th. But anyways, let's get to our first free pick. I'm going to take the Portland Trailblazers plus 2.5 against the Celtics. I like the way the Blazers are playing. I know they don't have a winning record against the spread on the road or a winning straight-up record on the road, but I just think that they're playing a little bit better basketball. I think when you see the Celtics get run by the Bulls, I think that there are bigger problems here. And right now, they're just not playing that sharp. I think the Celtics can win this game, but I think the 2.5 points could even factor here. We'll take the Trailblazers and the 2.5. That'll be our first pick of today's show. Of course, we're going to do, I say at least 3 free picks, but we're going to do a lot more than that on this show. We always do. Of course, if you're watching live, if you could hit that, if you can hit the thumbs up, it's greatly appreciated. It costs you nothing, but it helps us a bunch. But anyways, we do be doing tons of free picks here. Hopefully you guys are getting the notifications on YouTube. Maybe yesterday because I had a bad day. Not as many people want to tune in. But we still got a few hundred out there watching across all the channels. So we will take it. And, of course, the thousands that will watch it throughout the day. But let's get to another free pick. I'm going to take the Warriors here, minus the 9 against the Heat. The Warriors, you know, a lot of people down on the Warriors and what they've done. But still 43-17 straight up. Not quite as good as some of the Warrior teams that we've seen in the past. They've struggled through a lot of injuries. Just 2-8 against the spread in their last 10 games. But the surprising number here is that the Warriors are 14-15 against the spread on the road. I think, you know, when we've been watching the Warriors and seeing their performance throughout the season, it just seems that they would be even worse than that. But I'm going to take the Warriors in this one, and that will be our second pick for today's show. We're laying 9 points here with the Warriors against a Heat team that really didn't even get off the bus for their last game. Anyways, if you're watching us, if you could hit the thumbs up button, it's greatly appreciated. Of course, Saturdays are your day. That's the day that all of our picks come from our live audience. So if you want, you know, to have a day where, you know, I answer all of your questions, and we kind of do, So this guy wants to have his own show, and he's going to no longer be here, because if you want to give out your picks, the way that you can do that is either you can start your own YouTube channel and do a video, a live video or a recorded video, and give out your picks on there, or you're welcome to come to our Facebook group and give out your picks there. as far as this show, this is where I give out my picks and I interact with you guys, and it's kind of, you know, our time. It's not somebody else's time to give out their picks. If they want to give them out, we have plenty of places for them to do that. We have a group for Sports Chat Place, and we have a group for picks and parlays as well. As you guys generally know, no, it's not that it's not Saturday. It's that we have this every day. People do this, and it's like we have a place for people to do it. But if you look here, right? If you look at my house, right, you can see it's pitch black outside because we do this show. I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to do the show every day. So it's like if I'm going to get up at 5 o'clock so people can see my picks, well, then that's what we're going to do on this show. And you know, if other people want to give out their picks, there's plenty of places where they can do that. You know, they can either start their own YouTube channel, they can do it in our Facebook group. We provide, you know, a platform for you to do that. This just isn't it. But anyways, on this show, I give out, you know, at least 3 free picks, generally a lot more than that. Yeah, it's to me, like, you know, back to what I was talking about, it's just disturbing, you know, that these people come into the group. And to me, what was even more disturbing is that how many people just automatically give these people, you know, credibility. And it's like, so, you know, it makes me question, should we not be documenting our record? Should we just be spewing? You know, if that many people believe these things, maybe we're not doing it right. I don't know. You guys can let us know. But as we do at least 3 free picks on this show every single day, our best bets always over at sportschatexperts.com. Sports Chat and picksandparlays.net. Tomorrow we're going to have Brian Bittler on the show live with me, and we haven't really talked about it in advance, but we will. But let's do one more NBA pick, and then we'll get to college basketball. We have the Bucks taking on the Sacramento Kings. The Bucks laying 5.5 points in this thing, and man, this has been a really strong team this season. The Greek Freak is listed as probable, but last time he was a late scratch. Hill is out, of course, with the groin. Brown still out as well. Meanwhile, Sacramento, no injuries here. One thing about Sacramento is generally this season they've been pretty good when they're not on the back-to-back. They've been really lousy on the back-to-back. But last time out, they just didn't get it done. That was on the road against Minnesota. Meanwhile, the Bucks have reeled off 5 consecutive wins. I like what the Kings are doing. I like the direction of the Kings. The problem that I have with the Kings is that they're up against a really, really tough team here in the Bucks. I'm going to take the Bucks here and lay the points. I've been on the Kings so much this season, but I'm going to have to go with Milwaukee in this spot because they're just killing people right now. And especially if the Freak is playing, you know, I think that they're just going to be too much. But anyways, we do at least 3 free picks on this show every single day. Our best bets over at sportschatexperts.com as well as sportschatplace.com, Premium and Premium Plus, and picksandparlays.net. But so we have a pretty good card here in college basketball, and I watched last night. I always watch, you know, you guys have seen my TV setup. I just showed it again, and plus, you know, I use the computers as well with that. But I always, you know, have one game that I have the sound on, and yesterday the game I had the sound on was TCU against West Virginia. Was the early game that I had the sound on, and before the game, Joe Lunardi came on there, and he said, you know, there's not a lot of those guys that are on the air that I 100% respect their opinion because most of them work for the network, so they're bought and paid for by, you know, whoever is going to be on, you know, the most. But Joe Lunardi always keeps it, you know, he's a data guy, and he keeps it pretty honest. And he said before the game, and I knew it was a bad sign for me, he said, TCU doesn't think for 1 second they're going to just waltz into Morgantown and walk out with a win. He's like, they don't think that for 1 second because nobody does. no matter how good or bad West Virginia is. He says the 4-letter words in college basketball, the worst 4-letter words, road game. And I think that's true. 70% of the home teams win. %70 of the home teams win in college basketball. We actually have a pick on the site for the Barcelona-Real Madrid game. We have a, most of our soccer writers, football writers, whatever you guys want to call them, they're European. So those guys are really on top of it. I edit the article because of the, if you want to give out your picks, the place to do it is in the Facebook group. Can't say it enough times. I just can't. I'll post the group on here so you guys can go in there and give your opinions there. We have 2 Facebook groups. We have the Picks and Parlays Facebook group, and we also have the Sports Chat Plays Facebook group. But it's absolutely painful. But anyways, here's, for those of you watching this on YouTube, on the Sports Chat Plays channel, there is our, I just posted the link to the Facebook group. And so I recap all the picks at the end. Yes, it is a true stat that 70% of the road teams win, or 70% of the home teams win outright in college basketball. That is true. I'm looking at the Picks and Parlays channel. I was actually talking about the Sports Chat Place one before when I said that. But if you guys want the Picks and Parlays group, I'll post that as well here on the Picks and Parlays channel. Say something. Sign into chat. Oh, this stinks. It won't let me do it. Anyways, let's just get to some college hoops picks. Plenty of games tonight. Penn State plus 1.5 against Maryland. I like Penn State in this one. They've played in a lot of close games this season and probably playing another one here. This team is underrated. Maryland has been super tough as nails. We were on Maryland plenty this season earlier, but I think this game belongs to Penn State. Just think we're at that time of the year, and I think the home teams, they get it done, and the home dogs especially, they're going to really get it done. I watched the games at my Ken Eller's asking where I watch the games in Vegas. I watch them always at my condo in Vegas, but I do go out and watch. Usually I'll watch the early games at home, and then I'll go out and watch the later games. But I go all over the place. I go to Westgate or wherever. But if anyone wants to meet up in Vegas for March Madness, I'll be there. So just shoot me an email, mitch@sportschatplace.com, and I'll get together. I'll watch games with you guys. We'll bet on some games. As we do at least 3 free picks on this show. Our best bet's always over at Sports Chat Experts and picksandparlays.net. Of course, if you're watching us, if you could hit the thumbs up, always greatly appreciated. I like Virginia with the spread down to 18 here. It was originally at 21. Georgia Tech is just terrible. And 21, though, just seemed like a number that I couldn't go anywhere near. But at 18 and at home, I could definitely take Virginia there. We have inverse, we have 59% of the public are in Georgia Tech, and that's pushed the line down those 3 points. But at the minus 18, I like Virginia in this one. I think they're going to kill Georgia Tech. It's just very hard to lay 21 points in college basketball. I could see this being one of those games where most of the Virginia opponents, what seems to happen in the second half of these games against Virginia is especially, well, it happens on the road too, is their opponents just start throwing shots up from half court and just, from the logos. And that's what I think we'll see in this game too, especially, a team like Georgia Tech. that just doesn't have a lot of punch this season. So Virginia's going to be our play in that one. I'm going to roll with Illinois plus the 13 against Purdue. Illinois has been playing pretty strong. I think Purdue wins this game, but I think Illinois covers the spread. They've been feisty. They haven't always gotten it done. The concert is tonight, but Illinois plus 13 over Purdue. So Purdue, they're just loaded with talent. I know they're going to play better than we saw them play last time out when they won against at Nebraska, and the home win the win at Indiana. I just didn't understand the strategy there. They were taking so many quick bad shots in those games, and to me it was I didn't understand the shot selection there. I know they won those games, but they didn't cover, and Purdue hasn't covered in their last 4 games, and they've only covered once in their last 6 games. But meanwhile, Illinois, coming off of a loss to Penn State, who I think is a lot better team than their record is, and they don't get enough credit, which helps us as bettors. But outside of that, Illinois has got the cover at Wisconsin, the outright win against Ohio State, the win against the pretty good Rutgers team, the win over Michigan State, the other win over Nebraska, the win at Maryland. This is a pretty good team. At least they've been playing pretty well recently. I'm going to take Illinois here. And plus 13. That's our sixth pick of today's show. Of course, at the end of the show, we recap all of the picks. So you don't have to worry about that. And as we do at least 3 free picks on this show every single day. We always do a lot more than that. So I don't know why I even say 3 picks. But, because days, I guess it's more like for days like Mondays, when there's just not a lot of games. That even on those days, we do at least 3 free picks. Let's get to one more game. I like Boston College plus 5.5 against Louisville. Louisville has not been good this season, and 18-10, but it's been ugly. The last few games, it seems that they struggle down the stretch, and a lot of these games have been really close. Meanwhile, Boston College at home here, we have another home dog, and as we saw yesterday, home dogs, when the closer you get to March, the tougher that these guys seem to be. So I'm going to take Boston College here plus 5.5. That's our 7th pick. We'll do one more just for the hell of it because we're here anyway. Let's see what we got. And I'll go with another home dog. We'll take Vandy plus the 4 against Florida. Florida's been up and down all season long. I think that this is one of those teams that's probably better than their 16-11 record. But Vandy can be a tough place to play. I know they're 0-10 in their last 10 games, which makes them all the more dangerous. Generally, what we see from these teams with bad records, kind of like what we saw from the Brooklyn Nets for the last few years and the Philadelphia 76ers over that same time frame. Teams like that don't have good records, generally we get too many points. And with Vandy, even just getting 4 at home, they probably end the losing streak here. But we'll take the 4 points, and that'll be our last pick for today's show. So just a quick recap. We took the Trailblazers plus 2.5, the Warriors -9, the Bucks -5.5, Penn State plus 1.5, Virginia -18, Illinois plus 13, Boston College plus 5.5, and Vandy plus the 4. This is Mitch. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day, everyone. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and be sure to join us in the Facebook groups. We have 2 groups, Sports Chat Place and Picks and Parlays.